Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Hopefully you guys are having a good Monday or Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. I don't know why I'm here in Sleepywood. This is where it just drops you off if you're in the sauna. Possibly. Alright. Turn on the webcam as well. And let's do some dailies first. Let's get some grinding done, I think. That'll be a good start. I don't even know if I have everything set up for me to grind, but should probably be okay. Yeah, I have at least one. Oh, I'm letting my drop gear though. Hello Tilda, hello Baron. And hello to, I think there's like 3 or 4 people in YouTube chat. Damu, hello. Oh, I am on dusk. Let's swap over to dawn. And Sesblo, hello. I'm assuming I said that wrong, but it's all good. Alright, let's check. Do we have enough points to keep farming here? 2,000. Alright, plenty. Oh, I didn't press my... There we go. Now it should look good. Perfect. As good as I'm gonna get it, I think. You have 1 arcane left to 22. Nice. That's pretty good. You guys got heaps of stuff. 24 KT, 23k. What the heck? Can I reset your hair? Yeah, I actually took a shower, so my hair is a little bit flat right now. I haven't got a haircut yet. I will actually have to get my hair properly cut pretty soon because one of my friends' wedding is coming up in like the next 2 months. My wife was literally telling me about how like my hair was getting a bit long. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll get it cut soon. Where's the list? I can make a list of all my gains in a little bit. I only really did stuff on my Kanna. I gained like a few stars here and there on my Kanna. That's about it. It wasn't anything crazy. Yeah. I did a little bit of star forcing on my Kanna, a little bit of star forcing on my battle mage just to clear out some space. My battle mage actually made gains for the first time in ages that I can't really use, but it made gains, which is cool. I got a 23 daybreak on my battle mage. In hindsight, I probably should have done the slime ring, but that's alright. Because I realized after I made the daybreak, I'm still using sub pendant plus source. A lot of my other characters have swapped off of the Golix gear, but my battle mage hasn't had so much luck yet. It's a bit harder on my battle mage too because unlike my other characters, my battle mage actually went for 22. All my other characters settled on 21, so it's a bit easier to swap over to pitch. But yeah, I think my shining was like pretty whatever. It wasn't anything too crazy. I actually think I spent more of my money, like most of my money went on trying to fix my Kanna secondary. Because like the star forcing cost of that item is not very cheap. It's like, it's a level 200 item, right? Not cheap. The star forcing cost from 18 to 20 per tap. It's pretty expensive. And when you tap like a bunch of those items, it just kind of adds up. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me quickly loot around. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with my shining gains. There wasn't much to do, but I'm glad I got something out of it. It wasn't like completely terrible. Hello, Seva. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you have a stomach ache. Hopefully, you'll feel better tomorrow. Appreciate you dropping by though. You recovered your old account? Oh, nice. That's good. I'm happy to hear. Whether or not you end up playing on it is one thing, but it's nice to actually have access to your own accounts, right? I know for a fact that I have like another account as well. It's probably my OG account. Similar to you, it was probably on Steam, and I kind of forgot about it. Right now I'd be playing off of the launcher. So, yeah. I think though that my shining went alright. Nothing crazy. Like 2 events ago I had a pretty crazy event. This one was alright. I don't think any of the gains that I made were like that crazy. Don't mind dropping the new account? That's fair. It's a good day whenever I stream. I mean, good for you too, because I stream pretty much every day, except my weekends. It's gonna be very uncommon for me to stream over the weekends. Got to 240 in like a day? Yeah. I mean, if you use the Goddess Pass plus the Hyperburner, it does get you to like 240 in like 30 minutes. It's just a matter of like going through all the motions of clicking and claiming all the rewards. It's not too bad to get back. That's why like I think that Maple is like definitely best enjoyed on event. Especially if you're a returning or new player. It does feel really slow leading up to 260. And everyone will tell you the same thing about 260. 260 is where the game really begins, in a way. And like 6 job kind of changes the way that MapleStory is played. In the sense of like the 6 job fragments and stuff like that giving you so much damage. It does make a lot of content more accessible. Doing that off event is really difficult. It's very slow. Make a Wind Archer. Nice. Now, Wind Archer has a nice aesthetics. I never really considered playing Wind Archer until they made that change where you can move during your hurricane. That was a game changer for Wind Archer. Hearing the game starts at 260 is demotivating. Yeah, 100%. Especially if you have different memories of how MapleStory was played. I think this is one of those times where I think a level, like a level squash, is that what they call it? I don't know what they're called. It's like when they just adjust the levels a little bit to match expectations. Like, if you told a returning player, they haven't played for like 10 years, oh, 260 is where it starts, they're just gonna think about, wow, I have to grind 3 months to maybe get to like level 30. How am I supposed to get to 260? But like the landscape has like changed a lot, right? Because depending on when you have ever played Maple, I think for a brand new player, it doesn't really mean very much. I think a lot of different games have different levels that the game kind of opens up at. Like for example, Guild Wars 2 opens up at level 80, right? It's just like, for a brand new player, this number doesn't make a difference, right? It really doesn't, because the difference between 30 and 50, like they've never played the game before to make that comparison. But for a returning player, it wouldn't be a bad thing for it to be, yeah, the numbers to be a little less intimidating. But that's okay. I think a lot of players, when they say the game starts at 260, it's kind of like telling, like if you came back from old school MapleStory, 260 is like the new level 30, right? I feel like, well, at least that's how I remember it. Everyone's experiences will be different from mine. Like for me, I never got to even second job when I played the, you know, old school MapleStory when there were only 4 classes. I couldn't even get to second job. So in a way, like that, you didn't really unlock a lot of content. But that's just my, you know, nostalgia talking here. And the thing that's hard about this sort of stuff too is you definitely need the events to get you to 260 quickly. Doing 260, like into 260 off event is very slow, and I'd imagine for a returning or new player quite boring, because you're realistically not clearing much content outside of like normal Lotus, normal Damien. I think normal Lotus, normal Damien pre 6 job is like super attainable, of course, because like people have Enlomian mules and other stuff. But like, hard Damien without 6 job is actually genuinely a challenge. I should give new players hyperburns off the bat. I agree. I think that would be a really good like, incentive. Like your very first character, or a single character on your account. Like it doesn't have to be the very first one, but you gain access to a hyperburn. Just a single hyperburn at some point. Just a sample, like a simple one gets you to level 260 with the basic track. No goddess pass, or anything like that. No item burn, just like a simple 260. So then when players decide on a class that they want to actually play with their friends, like, or like just decide to main, just you go straight to 260. Or not straight, but like, you know, you'll get there a lot faster. That'd be good. I think that would be a great idea for new players. Just a 260 burn. Yeah, that's a good night. Alright, good night, Seva. Rest well. Yeah, new player hyper burns would be amazing. Just a 260 hyper burn. We'll see if they ever do something like that. But yeah. How was Shining for you guys if you guys decided to tap yesterday? Hopefully you guys made some gains. I definitely made some gains. You hang out on next stream? Yeah, all good. As long as you take care, that's all that matters. The 0 to 100 should be an ongoing event. Let people try out their classes. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The 0 to 100 event was actually pretty fun. Like, in terms of, for a new player, getting quick level 100 characters was very nice. And then just parking them at Zakum. Like, I know it's like a bit of an old meta. It's so much easier to get to level 200 nowadays that this old sort of like getting to level 100 and doing Zakum to whatever was, you know, it's not as important now as it was before. But I still think that for a brand new player, having like these small tasks that you can do is always like kind of good. I feel like the early game has been like shifted so much into the events that it's a little bit awkward to play the game off event in a lot of different aspects. I feel like for your like main leveling, for example, you always want to have a hyper burn ideally. For your Legion characters, you ideally have like some kind of strawberry farm event. You know, there's a lot of events that are good for these things, right? But it's kind of been pushed to make you feel almost bad for working on stuff off event. Part of me does kind of miss doing like more of these like side mission tasks to make account-wide progress. Just somewhat. But maybe that's just because I've already done it. That like I kind of miss it. I'm sure there's plenty of people who really don't like this sort of stuff, so maybe this is just me. Got your main CRAs to 21, arcanes to 18. Nice. Yo, congrats on 44 mil combat power. It's a big jump. Almost double. Boom, 6 times going for 21 stars, ended up with 17 stars. Oh, sorry to hear, dude. Yeah, sometimes with these, some star forcing, it's just, you get hit by these bad beats sometimes, and it just feels bad. I was trying to tap some of my items, and I had a similar experience as well, where some items had a pretty easy time getting to, you know, whatever star, and then some of them just refused to get to even 20. And you just blow up a bunch of stuff. It is what it is. Saving 500 bill for a rel? That is crazy work. I wish you all the best to hold on for that 500 bill. Setting the goal is easy. Making sure that you don't spend along the way is the hard part. 22 CRA and 21 your Abso. Oh, on your Evan. Oh, nice. Big gains. Pretty much ready to be a C10 mule. You got like the awkward part out of the way in a sense. I personally wouldn't go for 21 Absos anymore, but I understand like going for 21 Absos is kind of chill to do. I know for a fact that it's like low mental pressure. One of my friends, he this was before, of course, arcane boxes were tradable. He was asking me about it, and I said, oh yeah, it's pretty cheap to go for 21 Absos if you really wanted to. And then on that event, he actually went for it, right? He went for some 21s on his mules. And he told me afterwards, like, yeah, the best part about going for Absos for 21, because Meso wasn't really an issue for him. He was like a level 285 at the time. This is ages ago, right? So money's not a problem for him. He will just farm it back. He was just happy that it will always be a gain for the mule, and it was like low mental pressure. If it blows up, you don't care. It's just, you're just blowing up fodders. And then you're just settling at 20 or 21 star anyway, which is like super accessible. Which exit lag node am I connected to? I think I'm connected to Oregon 1. It's either Oregon 1 or Oregon 2. UB spares gated for sure. Yeah, hype. The spare gate on new characters is so painful. That's part of the reason why, like, I kind of set myself a limit of 12 characters. Because there's a lot of dailies you have to do, right? You gotta do, if you do Commercy, that's already one. If you gotta do your Golix, you gotta do your Arcarium. You gotta make sure that you work towards your Meisters. And then you're at the whims of weekly drops. You're at the whims of weekly drops. You go into CRA and you clear Von Bon, you get 4 pieces, you're just sad. It is what it is. And then if you really like the character, then you go to the down bad route and you go farm Pencilier gear and you start tapping those instead. Every time you blow up a Pencilier piece, you have to go get more. Oh, I've been there. I've been there. Got a 24 Daybreak and 24 Dom. He came out ahead? Yeah, hella ahead. Congrats on your 24s, dude. I went for a few 24s on the event as well. I think I got to tap a 23 star maybe 2 or 3 times. Unfortunately, it did not hit. I think I hit 2 23 Daybreaks on my Battle Mage, which was insane. I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping to hit a 23 Daybreak on my Kanna, but I hit 2 of them on my Battle Mage, so I got the chance to tap for 24. But I'm pretty happy with the 23 Daybreak on the Battle Mage. Hello, Leonardo. I got some gains. I'll probably make a list of stuff so I can leave it on the screen for you guys as well. Starved for arcane boxes. Yeah, that is very fair. Like, if you don't get drops from your bosses, it's not much you can do, right? C10 Hayato to 40 mil. Blue dot BM at 80% damage. Yeah. I think you'd be surprised how early certain classes can blue dot. I remember blue dotting on my Xenon during like the time when it was actually like a good class. Like the 3-minute patch. I was honestly very surprised. The run was like 15 minutes long. I was probably 260 something, and I think I green dotted towards the end. Insane class. But now it's different. 25 slime and 25 eternal hand. Holy. Yeah, I ran out of money pretty quickly. I spent a lot of money just like tapping my random arcanes, and I also had to spend a decent amount of money potting back my secondary. What did I hit? I'll show you the thing that cost me the most across the event, which was this. So my secondary was already 20, well, technically 22. I did something dumb and I tapped it off of it to 21. Tapped it down to 21 because it boomed. So I got this to 23, so now I have 2 secondaries, but I had to pot this again because for Kanna you can roulette them, right? So yeah, now I have 2 pretty much identical secondaries. They have almost the same pot. I don't know if you can really see it, but my chat's in the way. Here you go. So the difference is 5 boss damage, effectively the same. So I can roulette those whenever I have spares, which is kind of nice. Current pot is 20 times better. Ideally, the one that I'm currently using is the one that goes the furthest. But it's in the sense where, like, it's very convenient for me that I don't need to worry about the Astra secondary, assuming that the transfer is 1-to-1, right? For Kanna. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but assuming it's a transfer, it's nice to be able to ladder them all the way up to, like, say 25, right? Without losing much damage. So in theory, even if this, like, worser one hits 25 first, I can keep trying on the other one to get to 25 or 24, whatever it is, and then I will always maintain the pot. Because the problem with the Astra secondary is that if you boom it from 23 to 24, for example, and then you run out of money, you might end up losing stars, right? Even though it's infinite spares, like, you're just straight up meso gated. At least for Kanna, I can ladder the two. And in practice, I only lose 5% boss damage if the worser one comes up on top. I think that's like the biggest benefit. And the star forcing cost of it too should be pretty much the same as the Astra, because the Astra is also level 200. But yeah, this is probably the biggest gain. The my secondary gain 23. I'm probably gonna leave like, I'm not gonna get to 24 anytime soon, but I'm pretty happy with this. I made some gains on my pitch on this character. I'll share that in a bit because I'm in my drop gear right now. It's a bit hard. Oh, I forgot to pop another booster. Whoops. All good. I made some gains on my hero as well, which was really nice. But I think that was about it. I genuinely spent a decent amount of my money just cubing my secondary back. I got really lucky with it. That took me not as much as I would have expected to get back to like a usable 3-line. Because I wanted at least attack boss damage, but I was gonna settle on like 40, 10, 10. But hitting like double prime is a very pleasant surprise. Hard hold. Now we hard hold? Yeah. Now we hard hold. I wanted to have a bit of fun. So I did spend on my stuff, and I did use a lot of restorations for fun. You know, not like necessarily the most efficient way to use my resources, but I just wanted to enjoy myself, you know. Was it secondary tracer 22? Oh, 23. I got my spare secondary that had 0 pot to 23, which is why I had to spend money to get it back, and that's why I accidentally hit the double prime. But my original one it only hit 22. It didn't get to 23. If it got to 23, I would have attempted 24. But yeah, I think ideally I would have preferred the old one to hit 23, then I would have saved money. Because I was really worried at that spot, right? I had a 22-star secondary and a 23-star new secondary. If I tapped my original one, which I did, and it blew up, I'd have to repot it, and I was genuinely like, this might be expensive. So I'm really glad that I got back my pot, and it's actually better because it's double prime now. I'll take a 5%. I'll take a 5% gain. So yeah, that was one of the gains that I did on my Kanna. I made better drop gear too. I got my Twilight Mark to 21 star for my drop gear. Got my sup earrings to 21. I probably should have pushed this slime ring a little bit harder as well, but I think I want to use all of my slime rings just going for damage gear. Like, I don't really care to have like a 21 slime drop gear. I think I just prefer to just full send it. And then if I hit 24 star, then I might consider settling on 24 and not push 25. I think 24 is probably okay. In the far, if we're looking like really far, we're going to replace it eventually anyway, right? And I think realistically 24 is like probably more than enough. What star does it restore after 22 trace? It goes down to 17, I think. I think it goes down to 17. Yeah, it should be 17. This was a 22 star. Because I tapped this to 23 for fun. If it hit 23, I would have used it as my farming gear. But I didn't want to spend money to try to get my my hybrid back. So I just tapped my existing gear. I had a 21 and a 22, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just go 23. I think if it booms at 23, it goes to 19. Like, I should have a 19 star trace somewhere. Oh, here. This boomed at 23, which goes down to 19. So yeah, 22 goes down to 17, 23 goes down to 19. So I'll try my slime rings again next time. I've hit 23 slime ring like maybe 4 times, which is honestly kind of crazy given like the amount of slime rings I've tried to tap to 23. But I'm trying to go for 24 on this character, so that's fine. That's a very long process. A lot of spares to go through to get to that point. Oh, I also got this 22-star KT. I think I'll eventually try to make this into a hybrid. I need to get it either a hybrid or double drop. And then I can replace one of these rings just for drop gear, basically, which is kind of cool. Was in yesterday's stream? I didn't stream my Star Forcing yesterday. I came home pretty, like, late in the afternoon, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have dinner sort of soon, so I just tapped off event. No stream for this one. I haven't streamed a Star Force event for a little bit now. Hello, Fiero. How you doing, man? Umbro from 20 to 22. Nice. Yeah, I was hoping to do some stuff on my Ren as well, but I didn't have that much money because I spent so much of it just working on my secondaries on this character. Man, arcanes are so expensive. They really are. I'm not ready to tap Eternals, man. I'm not mentally prepared for how much it's gonna cost. Especially once I get to the point where I'm gonna ladder them. Like, let's say I finally get my 3 set for hat top bottom. Then the following Shining Star Force, or like 2 Shining Star Forces after, then I'm gonna start laddering them to like 19 and 20. Oh, I'm not ready for that. I already know it's gonna cost so much. And so quickly too. But at least it's a sort of guaranteed gain, I guess you could call it. Not necessarily like fully guaranteed, but at least it's easy to repair. 130 bill and 4 Eternals? Yeah, exactly, right? Like the Eternals are really expensive. Just like safeguarding it to 18 is already hella expensive given, you know, it's level 250. And then 18 to 19 is not cheap. 19 to 20 is like a bill a tap, like... You're a believer of 18 or 21 mentality? Yeah, that's fair. I think there's a lot of different ways to approach it, for sure. I think for me, I like having like the incremental gains and just working on one item at a time. I like the incremental gains. That's why my pitch stars are like really weird. I think my Zerk is 18, my ET is 19, my eye patch is 19, and my CFE is 20. That's what I was doing. I was just like straight rouletting everything. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which approach you end up doing, as long as you're aware of the risk and you're, you know, happy taking on whichever risk you decide to go for. You have not been safeguarding arcanes, you feel free? Yeah, same. I don't safeguard them too. They're just expensive. Even without safeguarding, they're expensive. I think my realistic goals for my Kanna right now is I want to try to get my Eternals, and then hopefully the Eternals have like a good time and not completely rob me. And other than that, it's just mostly, I think, honestly, yeah, I think that's it. And then it's just pitch after that. I don't need to worry too much about my other items, because I've swapped over onto pitch, and the non-pitch items. Yeah, actually, yeah, I've just completely swapped over to pitch already, pretty much. I'm waiting for a belt to drop, but I think an 18-star belt should be better than my current belt, because I've broken the set already. They come often enough? Yeah. It's very dependent on like your account situation. For anybody who has like up to 5 characters that can run through C10E, I think you could reasonably get enough spares to not safeguard. Like for me, I absolutely don't even need to safeguard. I didn't even get around to tapping my arcanes this event. And I have so many boxes that look, these are the ones I saved from this week. How many is this? 7. I have 7 arcane armor boxes that I didn't even get to put onto a character. So I'm probably just gonna dump them all into my Ren. And I think I should have like 10 of each. And I'll just leave it at that. And then I'll start hoarding them on another character. Maybe I'll put them on like my my hero or my marksman. Maybe hero. I'll start putting them on hero. Do flags for Big Blue House? Specifically Big Blue House? Why is Big Blue House the one suffering? Still already popping the light? Yeah, I'll do that today. I'll put it onto my my Ren. Once my Ren has 10 of each spare, then I'll start like gathering them on another character. Probably hero. I think my hero is weaker than my marksman, so maybe the extra star gain in the future might be helpful. Half your money went to Eternals, you didn't even full send? Yeah. Pathfinder. How many active players in the main guild? I want to say at least 50 to 60 like pretty active players. I'm sure there's more because I don't really pay attention. I'm not actually in the main guild that often. I'm often on this character, which is in like technically the Mule guild. But I don't think anyone in Big Blue House or like the Alliance really pays attention to who's active. Mostly because all the Blue House guilds are basically one guild. It's just the same group of like 150 players with all of their mules inside. I wouldn't be surprised if our community was actually quite a lot smaller than 100 people. Will I rat XBM? Yeah, that's the plan. So let me have a quick look. We were talking about this the other day. Yeah, so I'll be running Black Mage or Extreme Black Mage on my Kanna just for the ring box, because Rad has prio for the badge. I don't know what the arrangement for the belt is, because originally I had prio on the belt, but I don't really play. I don't really play my Cannon Master, so I don't feel too good taking prio. I think I'm pretty happy just blinking for the belt. I know I don't get much out of it. And I don't contribute that much on my Kanna, but I think given the original arrangement was like me taking full prio, I think splitting it across 3 people is not too bad for Hammer. And then Rad's taking badge, and Boy's just there for the ride, other than like blinking. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. You can trade the belt. I know, but I'm not in any kind of content where the belt enhancement is going to make a difference. Because obviously, I think Rad's the one that will get the most out of it, assuming he has a belt. And I think Boy, at least, has an idea of like, which character could use the enhancement. Like, I don't have a character that can use it at the moment. There's no point me putting it onto my Cannon Master just for it to do nothing anyway. I'll be honest, I think I'm happy for Rad to take my blink. Like, if he can take like a 2/3 blink, basically. Or I guess you just make it a 50-50 between Boy and Rad. Because he's actually delibbing, right? I don't think Boy would care too much if Rad took prio, to be quite honest. Given like he is trying to do his delib, whereas I am very, very far from that, and I don't think Boy is close either on his Mihal. Yeah, hello Kalis. But at the very least, I want my Kanna to be in an XBM run, so then I have a higher chance of... Oh, pardon me. Higher chance of ring boxes. Assuming that it has a higher chance. Can JH carry you? I don't know what the arrangement is for JH, but I want to also say that, like, I understand if, like, trading XBM is, like, not in his mind. Hyperion is dead. It is quite quiet. I wouldn't say go as far as to say it's dead. There's definitely a community, but compared to Kronos, it is like night and day. And also, to be fair as well, every server is dead compared to Kronos. You compare any of the MapleStory servers on GMS to Kronos, it'll appear dead anyway. All right, now I can make my list of stuff that will made that we made gains on. Let me see. I spent about 100 bill. Yeah. Can you guys see that list? That's there, right? Alright. I didn't really pay attention to my booms or how much I spent. So I'm just gonna type them out. I know my ET got to 19 star. That's 19. This one went to 18. Got my eye patch to 19 star. CFE is a 20 star. Wow, gains. I transferred the source, so this is... I already had this. It's not really a gain. Ah, this one's a good one. I need to put this as Kanna. Oh. I think that's all I did on my Kanna, actually. This is all the things that I actually hit on. I don't remember what I failed on. I also had to do the potential for this thing too. So I'm just going to say plus pot, because that actually costed some amount of money. And then I also got my hero Zerk to 20. Bam, Daybreak to 23. I think that's all I did, actually. I don't think I did anything else. Gibson went to the bathroom mid-run. Yeah, I think those are the gains. It's decent, decent. For 100 bills spent, I'm not that upset about it. I should probably just get rid of this pains part because I don't remember what I failed on. There we go. That's a bit cleaner. Sort of. Alright. So, let's do some Black Mage runs, shall we? What's the Black Mage run that'll be kind of annoying to do? I'll start with some of the worser ones. Oh, actually my hero. Oh, before I do that, let's put the armor boxes away. On your way. Come into my Black Mage run. That's crazy. Ratting trace points in a different server. Alright, let me just grab all of these. See if I can get like 10 of each. Oh, I am very far from 10 of each. But that's okay. Make some room. Shoulder. And then I can go where from this. Glove. Shoe. Cape. Shoulder. Cape. Gloves. I'm ready for the eventual day that I will Star Force my gear to 22 on this character. I'll take as many shots of trying to get 22 as I can. Alright, let's do some hero bosses. Need blue dot for ring boxes, thanks. Would you still love me if I was a worm? What am I reading? Alright. You guys gotta chill. Alright, I'm not asking for much. Just a raw. Would I ban you if I reset this run? Possibly. Got 22 Zerk and TC. Oh, congrats. Can Woblob carry Woblob for traces? I don't even know what I'm reading anymore. Thoughts on Cannon Master? I think Cannon Master is pretty good. I like the class. I think it's in a pretty good spot. Especially with Soul Hecate coming out. That makes Cannon Master a lot better. In some aspects. You do miss out on like the ability to weapon jump swap, but at least you gain the ability to bind on your mini burst. So there are some gains in that sense. I'd say if, like, for a brand new Cannon Master, it's actually probably a little bit more convenient, only needing to worry about raw and continuous. Because that's like standard across everyone. It does feel a little bit bad for Cannon Master when you're missing like raw or weapon jump right now. Because, yeah, it does feel a little bit sad not being able to maximize your mini burst, but it's alright. Could be worse. I will also say that I think that Cannon Master is one of those classes that has a pretty good time just being a chill class to play. The 1 minute burst is really easy to do. And you don't have to worry as much about your DPM as perhaps some other classes. So sad. Bursting with a totaling 3. Please, Black Mage. Just anything better than a totaling 3 at this point. I'll even take a totaling 4. Oh, almost landed on that. That was almost bad. As far as getting the traces, yeah, the traces are going to take me forever to do. I won't be able to really like get traces for my D-Lib mission until I get to 285, and then somehow get myself into like a limbo party, for example. That's quite far away. Yeah, H-Limbo will speed things up quite a lot, but I don't know if I'll be able to get myself into a H-Limbo party anytime soon. Because it's like, the amount of people that I know that are even running hard Limbo, for example, is not even that much. Finding myself a party that I can join into as soon as I hit 285 is like pretty much non-existent. Unless for some reason, like, somebody's extremely generous about it. I think the biggest saving grace is, at least for Limbo, the boss isn't too complicated. Like, the difference between N Limbo and H Limbo is a lot smaller than perhaps some of the other, like, bosses with different difficulties. Oh man. I got clipped by that pillar. Didn't die though, somehow. I didn't even lose door. I mean, the mechanics are more or less the same, except that you have to, like, actually dodge them. I was watching a little bit more about H Limbo. And I think if I can use, like, for example, Adversary as a comparison, I I definitely struggled a lot more with Adversary than I did with, than I think I will with Limbo, for example. Unless Adversary is just an anomaly in of itself. Oh my god. Almost died. People get erosion in H Limbo? Yeah, but that's like saying don't get hit, right? It's the same with a lot of other bosses, but I'm saying like for Limbo it feels like unless I'm missing mechanics that they've added, it shouldn't be that different, right? Whereas like for Adversary in comparison, there's more things that actually affect your gauge compared to normal, at least. If it's the same mechanics but they're just hitting harder or hitting your erosion harder, that's fine. At least I don't have to learn new things to dodge. Oh, I forgot this is my origin burst. That's okay. Oh, I got kicked. I got white cursed. What? You cleanse slower as well? I see. Wait, that wasn't a smart idea. Oh! Well, all these things anyway just come with practice, so I'm not too fussed about it. Hey, whoa, wait. Oops. Alright, World Reaver iframe does not last as long as I thought. Hey. Don't do it. Don't do it, Black Mage. Whoa. It's a lot of lasers. I did that thing again where I got kicked during my burst sequence. No, the white curse. Oh. Oh, there you are. LCM as a class? It's pretty good. I think it does get a little bit better in terms of like gameplay in Crown because the new common skill makes the 1 minute burst a lot more consistent to hit. And I also really, I think it's fun to play. Oh, okay. That extra bind from the new common skill is quite handy for Cannon Master. Right now it's actually a little bit annoying to hit the boss on your mini burst, because if it walks away in a funny direction, then you know you kind of have to guide it there or like get it to teleport to you. It's a bit annoying. But with the extra bind, helps a lot. Oh, I still got hit by that. Oh yeah, I meant Soul Hecate. Yeah. I think I did my World Reaver too early. Oh, do I realize I haven't done? I didn't buy myself a wealth, I think. Ah, man. One job. Oh, I still white cursed. What are you doing, Black Mage? Oh. Okay, we're good. Badge, Raw 4. That would be really nice, actually. I don't really care that much about the badge, but the Raw 4 would be good. Oh. I thought my best was up. Doing full damage here. Can't really tell. Oh. Got kicked in the head. Oh. Alright, what do you guys think? Will I get out of this before my my burst comes back up? 5% more. Can't say I'm that convinced. Sent out? True. I was just holding this last one just in case it was a bad, like, pattern. Thankfully it wasn't. Oh! Aha! I get to save it for P3. Or P4. I need to remember I need to dodge Black Knight now. Oh! Has got double exploded. If I had to guess a specific date my main turns 300, when would it be? That's easy actually. I can say that it will never happen. Easy win. I think Maple Story were EOS before I hit 300. Oh! Congrats, waffle up to 300? Yeah, nah, that's not happening. Yo, I gotta stop looking at chat. I keep forgetting that I can't heal in White Aura. And I'm supposed to actually dodge these pellets and not just take the chain. You can get hit by a few of these pellets. Probably should dodge most of them though. Posture check. I'm sitting okay, come on now. I've actually died twice already to like just random explosions. So I forget that I'm not supposed to get hit by these black pellets. Hydrate. I'll take a drink in a sec. What burst class do you think you'll make? You starting to like playing burst classes? To be honest, I'm not really sure. I can't say that I know off the top of my head what are like good burst classes. I mean, I know Cannon Master is a burst reliant class. I personally enjoy Cannon Master. I definitely enjoyed playing Ren. Ren was also a pretty fun experience. And as far as I know, I think Ren is a burst class as well. Might be stuck here for another burst. It's like blackout for 5 seconds. Yeah, at least I can choose when to do it. Yeah, I should have used that to break the shield. What am I doing? Why did I do that just then? Nice. Alright, let's find out. Do I actually have a wealth pot somewhere on me? Ah, I do. All according to plan. I knew it was there. Come on, ring box. Ah, man. Dude. My hero's never gonna get a roll too. Yeah, one job, Black Mage. Drop me a ring box. So how long was that run? About 20 minutes? 177 mil. It was about a 20-minute run. And I also only have a totaling 4. Oh, not even totaling 4, totaling 3. disgusting. Yeah, this is one of the things I hit on Shining. I had 2 Zerks and I just laddered the 2. I'm pretty happy with this. So that gives me my 5 set. So what am I missing? I'm missing CFE belt and ET. I'm not counting badge and heart. So I think, honestly, the CFE, I mean the ET doesn't actually add me too much because I'm going on to the IED set. This 23 mice is pretty solid. Yeah, so it's 177 mil on this character. Okay. Let's do... Marksman? Could do my marksman's bosses. Alright, just give me a second. I'm gonna turn on the heater. It's a bit cold in my room at the moment. Beep beep. Yep, that is the sound of my heater turning on. Let's see. I think this character also needs pretty much the same thing. Just looking for raw 4. At least I have a raw 3 on this marksman. It's not the worst thing in the world. I can live with a raw 3. Could always go for better though. Let's see. Wealth. Before I run this character, maybe I'll check my frontiers on my Kanna first. Is Kanna doing XBM? Yeah, that's the plan. XBM is the plan for the Kanna. Okay, at least I can claim some of these things. Oh, what's this one? Ring box. I think that's the level 1 one though. Yeah, level 1. Let's see what I get. Yo, EXP 1? Not bad. So lucky. Actually, kind of lucky. Grats raw 5. I gotta get the raw 4 first before I get a raw 5. At this point, I'm more inclined to believe that I'm gonna get the grindstone before I even hit raw. Hello, True. Welcome. Is that all the buffs my marksman has? And also, thank you for the follow. Why does my marksman's buff look so sad? Oh well. It's all relative. Do I have Fountain? I do. Okay, I was really hoping that I'd get out here. No. It's probably because I just stacked the binds. It's a bit annoying because, like, maybe I should have just attacked a little bit first and then did my origin. Nah, it's okay. Don't really need this sense anyway. Oh! Alright, just gonna walk away from these chains, don't mind me. Hyperion cleared X adversary yet? I don't know actually. I don't really pay attention to this sort of stuff. I genuinely have no idea. You use it, what do you do for P3? I'll be honest, I don't think illusion works on anything. Or if it does work, that's news to me. I want to wait for my Jenny to come back. I don't know, I play P3 probably the same way I would play P3 on any other class. Just stay away from the kicks and call it a day. Oh, that's not a good pattern. Oftentimes for P3, it's just a matter of being patient. Just dodge the kick and you'll be alright. Yeah, I have no clue about X adversary though. What's the damage requirement for X adversary? Just out of curiosity. Like in terms of like a party full, like it's a 3-man party, what's like the hexa converter required? Because like if you tell me, for example, it's like 115 per person, I'm probably lowballing it, but just like as an example, then I'm sure in theory people can. Like my only frame of reference is JH's Bowmaster, which I know is like which I know is about 115 or 116, and there are definitely heaps of people who are stronger than him, right? So, you know, if they haven't cleared already, I'm sure that there's probably a party that could. With Hecate can be that converted, yeah. See, because again, this is content that I have absolutely no clue about. Also, I realized I think I was supposed to do my burst. I don't know how long my burst has been up for. Too busy looking at chat. Yeah, if it's between 115 and 118, then yeah, there's definitely people who are at that spec. I feel like if you know you're at that spec, you'd probably try. I was not paying attention. Oh, I should have been paying attention. At least it was a HP death, not a curse death. I tried to jump through it. What does a X adversary drop other than just like more pieces? Hammer? Ah. Is it hammer for the metal? It is hammer for the metal, okay. That's so funny. Every other boss like drops a hammer for like a random pitch item or like just a different slot. And then just adversary just drops his own item. You know, it makes a lot of sense, but given the context of the other bosses, it is kind of funny that he drops the hammer for his own item. Nice forehead. That is crazy comms. It's okay. I have my window wide open today, and I know for a fact I will not get blasted by the sun. So at least my forehead won't glow. Talking about the dinosaur taking the fall. Ah, well, thanks for exposing my insecurities. W Melvin. Exposed. Caught. 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 I'm in Melbourne? Yeah, I am in Melbourne. Oh, oh! Yo! That is very lucky. I got kicked through the laser there. Wait, how do I dodge this? I pressed my ascent too late. I didn't know where the hotkey was. I didn't know where my ascent hotkey was. I was looking at my keyboard like an idiot. Apparently it's on 3. Don't worry, I know now. I know where it is now. Hey. Oh no, that was a bad idea. Wait. I have to wait for my... Ah, I can just wait for this actually. Oh, run. Oh. Should I be spending more meso on 3-line Mitra? Hang on. Or saving for future events? Well, we're not going to get a cube cell anytime soon. So if you really wanted to cube it now, I think it's fine. But you could also opt to hold off just to see what changes they do, so maybe your meso spending plans might change in the next couple of weeks. Because again, there's no cube cell or anything, so cubing now or later is going to cost you more or less the same amount. I'd say there's no harm in waiting just a little bit longer. Like, unless you really have the itch to spend, I'd say hold off from it. Yeah, I'd say like if you really wanted to 3-line your Mitra because it's like your main and you're excited with the drop, I think that's fair. 3-lining Mitra can be sometimes fun. Okay, well, that was just rude. Wasn't sure if my Jenny iframe was going to hold. Oh no, all the platforms are gone. Scary. I'm not doing this this job of looking at my chat and doing black mage at the same time. It's kind of difficult. I don't have that much faith in myself to look over to the other screen while playing my marksman. Zero faith. Yay, final shrink. Can I actually get out here on my origin? I don't think so. 30%, still quite a lot. I'll drag him over a little. Ooh, big right. Hey, where you going? Okay, definitely not clearing. Oh, that was lucky. Hey. Oh. It's a lot of lasers. Oh no, how did I not get hit by anything? That's crazy actually. Maybe I should just use my sense. What am I doing? Oh. It's okay, I can use the scent to break shield if I need to. I don't think my ascent is doing the entire thing. I could use it. Ah, nice. Could use it as an iframe. The music's so chill. Yeah, it's nice. I've been using this playlist for a bit. I'll probably change it up a little bit later, but for now it's fine. I don't trust myself. After what I did on my hero, I think I am staying on Black Aura. I'm a coward. I have proved to myself that I do not pay attention enough to play on Black Aura. Evidently, I don't pay enough attention to play on White Aura either. Just hold off until the patch notes. I think that's like the easiest thing. Unless you really wanted to spend right now, then that's up to you. Look, I'm not going to judge anybody who wants to spend right now. I mean, I did exactly that on the Star Forcing event yesterday. Just for fun, I just decided to tap my pitch. Was it the most efficient thing to do? Probably not. Was it fun? It was kind of fun. I am aware that the changes are on its way. Supposedly easier 22 stars, but that's okay. Think it's gonna be free? Oh, I say free in the sense they said that it was gonna be guaranteed. But if you think about it, 18 star is also guaranteed, right? But it doesn't mean that it's free. It's definitely not free. You still have to do your own thing of like tapping the item and stuff. So I wonder what they'll do. Like, if I had to guess, and it's not just like them giving us the copy-pasted KMS system, which I really hope they don't give us, but if they give us our own unique, quote-unquote unique way to get to 22 for, like, guaranteed, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like, they let you safeguard to 22. And that is definitely not going to be cheap. Because I was just thinking about this the other day. If they created a system that like completely made the spares like a nothing issue, there's probably going to be a drawback. I feel like Nexon has shown that they don't really like tend to full send really good quality of life things for us. I would be very shocked if they actually like said to us, oh yeah, you don't need to worry about spares ever again in Heroic. That'd be a pretty crazy thing for them to do, right? I don't think they'll do something like that. So they still need to give the spares a purpose other than going for like 23 stars and stuff. Like going beyond 22 star. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, what can Nexon really do to make it like still kinda relevant before 22? And safeguarding to 22 is probably what it will be. Because I was thinking, if you're gonna safeguard to 22, you're still gonna have to weigh the costs. Like imagine safeguarding an Eternal to 22, holy moly. That would not be cheap. And you can get like, still hit by variants pretty hard in terms of the cost. So, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. What is the KMS version? The KMS version allows you to restore items to a star that you've reached previously. So if you've hit like 21 star previously, you can restore it back to 21 star by sacrificing a certain number of spares. I think you have to pay like 1 or 2 spares to get it back to 21 star. But that doesn't really help Heroic because we're kind of spares gated for some items. In particular like pitch. I think to be able to restore it back to 22. So you got to hit 22 in the first place, right? And to restore it back to 22, it's like 4 spares or something like that. Which is, yeah, good luck getting like 4 spares of, I don't know, like an eye patch or something like that. That's just not going to happen. So that's the KMS system. I don't think that KMS system really helps the way that Heroic runs in terms of the spares. Because our issue is, like, it's hard to get the first one. That's why they introduced the pity system in the first place, right? So then you actually can get pitch, at least your first copy. But yeah, if they introduce that, it doesn't really help. Yeah, safeguarding is like 3 times or something. It is not cheap. Because right now, 19 to 20 for an Eternal piece is like what? It's almost a bill per tap. Imagine safeguarding at 3 bill per tap. You get unlucky, do 20 taps of that. 60 bill for 1 star. Crazy. If it's three times, I don't know. I don't know what the number is. But yeah, that's why I'm saying like it's probably better to just hold off right now. We can only speculate. It's probably not that productive to doom about like them making a bad system because they have proven that they can make good changes. I know their track record not necessarily like the best or anything like that, but there's no point like dooming about something that hasn't even happened yet. Safeguarding is OP. I think it's less OP and more like it's gonna bring us in line to like more standard progs in terms of other games. I feel like the idea of being able to blow up your items is kind of outdated. Alright, let's see what we get here. Where's the wealth potion? Did I not grab one? Oh, here it is. Ring box. Oh. Wait. Ooh. Oh, got a full inventory. It was a ring box. Ah, I have a chance at a raw 4. Alright, let's see. Oh, it actually says raw. Hey, there's a chance. Okay. Let's find out what it is. Alright. Come on. What's the chances? It's like 70% raw 3. Like actually from the box. 50-50? I mean, technically it's a 50-50. Where is it? I think it's in the row underneath this. There it is. I can't tell. Is it flat on the top or is it round on the top? Somebody enhance. Can you see the number yet? I can't really see the number yet. Oh, it looks round. I'm looking at my OBS. It looks round. I think it's a 3. No. That's okay. I would have liked that on my hero. Man, my hero needs a raw anything. That's okay. Like, Mule with raw 3 is good enough. You know? It's good enough. I'm not gonna complain about a raw 3. But raw 4 is definitely the preference. Did I get raw my Kanna yet? Dude, my Kanna saw so many ring boxes for like C10 and Lu Will. 0 ring boxes across all the ones that can drop the good ones. Yeah, it's not bad for marksman as well. It's a little bit tight on the origin, I found. It's like one second too tight. Because after the animation for the origin plays, you have to like immediately go for cross, like for cartridge. So you can't like fit the surge bolt, and I think you can fit surge bolt. I don't think it has an animation, but you can't put like high speed shot that consistently. Might be a ping thing, I'm not sure, but it's a bit close. Raw 4 is very clean though. All right, let's do another one. What do you guys think? Wild Hunter or Blaze Wizard? What are we feeling? Alright, first one, Wild Hunter. Nobody said anything else? Let's do Wild Hunter. Never lucky? Ah, lucky sometimes. I didn't even think I got a ring box. It wasn't until I saw the beam that I saw it. That beam was what gave it away. This... It kinda has a raw 4 now? Dude, I had a look, like me getting a raw 4 is like 10% FD or something like that. Something immense. My pet's dead or something? Nah, it's just not on. No, is it, you know, yesterday I did X Lotus on my mechanic. Am I missing anything? Yes, whatever. Yeah, I did X Lotus on my mechanic yesterday. That was kind of fun. Not solo, just like in a duo. Because I ran all of my X Lotus characters already, and also all of my H Lotus characters, except my mechanic. And JH just needed like a character to come along with him for his lens run. So I just tagged along. And I had run it on pretty much all my other characters. The only one that I hadn't run for the week was my mechanic. And I was like, oh, mechanic is sort of support. Ay, that was so fast, I should have just avoided it. Damn. Door and a life gone. Can barely reach. Think I'll decide on the main? Yeah, my Kanna. My Kanna's my main. Do I use the Wild Hunter TP? I probably should more than I do, but I don't. Well, thank you for reminding me about it. I can at least mark the boss now while I'm here. May require one more burst to get out. Eyes right on top of my character. So painful. That's rough. I have to burst one more time. Oh! I did not time that well. Alright. So my Wild Hunter needs, I think, a continuous ring. So I do still want a ring box on this character. Oh. I'm getting kicked while trying to put down my fountain. Not doing a good job dodging. Oh. Hello Shanks, how you doing? Just doing some black mage characters here. Ah man, got tagged by that. Would like him to be a little bit closer to the left. Slaps you into a adversary H limbo party. Ah, nice. Good luck on drops. Oh, oh, I got so lucky there actually. Oh god. I almost forgot that I had a sense. Okay, this is the hard part about playing any hurricane class. I can never tell if my hurricane is attacking the boss. It's because sometimes if you stand too far forward, your skills will go through the boss. Alright, good night, Shanks. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Well, that was a very convenient iframe. Vault Hunter's like random iframes. Well, it's not really random. It's like kind of... It tells you when it's going to happen. It's really convenient. Oh. I pressed half of my burst sequence. It didn't get to the part where I get the iframe and I got kicked in the head. Oh, actually I didn't get kicked. I think I got hit by the laser. I was hoping that my skill sequence will carry me through. I'll link the playlist in a second, Victor. I don't have it on my playlist thing. But I got you. I see it. Wait, what aura am I? Ah, there we go. I forgot to do my mini burst. It's all good. How strong is this Wild Hunter? It's about 200 mil. A little over 200 mil combat power. See, one of the hardest things about playing Wild Hunter for me is definitely the move speed. It does move pretty quickly. The move speed is quite fast. V-Healer strings, yeah, same for me. The V-Healer strings situation is is what trips me up as well. You kind of get used to it, sort of, but yeah, it's definitely just maybe a little bit too fast for my liking. Just a little bit. It's a good class though. I've definitely enjoyed the new Wild Hunter, and I think that in the Crown update it even gets like a decent amount of buffs from my understanding. Gain some nice amount of FD, can't complain. %10 to 14%. Ah, nice. Gains are gains. Probably need one more burst. Don't think I'm getting out. Hurricane skill gets a buff. 742 to 862. What? That's crazy. That's a big buff. Ah, I did the thing when I walked too far away. You guys see that? I walked so far away from the... I walked too fast and then I just like overstepped the lightning. It got blasted. I was gonna say, my move speed has been like kinda okay today. Nope, walked right into an FMA in P4. Just Wild Hunter things right there. It's too fast for me, man. It's too fast. That's alright, I'm waiting for my burst anyway. Yeah, I do like my Wild Hunter though, overall. It's one of my favorite mules to play every week. I think it's just because I was so used to the old Wild Hunter, so it always feels like this new reworked Wild Hunter is just better all the time, which it probably is. Whether or not it's stronger or weaker, that's that I don't know, but definitely feels better to play. What's my favorite mule to play? I think at the moment, still probably my battle mage. I really like my battle mage. No ring box. Yeah, I'd say my battle mage is one of my favorites. I do like my Corsair. Wild Hunter's pretty fun. I do like the new Blaze Wizard as well. Maybe on a tier underneath that. Yeah. It's a bit of a funny question for me because overall I like all the characters I play with the exception of perhaps my mechanic. But I think a lot of the things I have issues with regarding the mechanic is going to be sort of fixed in Crown. Well, it doesn't save it from its like weird damage profile, which is just like a flat line. It's just DPS the whole time. Well, at least it feels like that. But at least the summons I think are going to be able to be put on a skill sequence. That like saves a lot of the clunkiness. But otherwise I do actually like playing most of my characters. And I'm glad too that they've made a lot of the characters I play just feel better to play over in the last couple of years. And then over more recently, the last couple of months as well. What combat power do I normally get my mules to before soloing Black Mage? I want to say like 150 is when I start considering it. It usually just depends on how fast I clear V-Healer, because combat power is kind of hard to go off of. I think, what was my usual timing? Is like if I can do V-Healer within about 8 to 10 minutes, then I might consider it. Anything slower than that, then it'll be too long in Black Mage for my liking. Because I think my mechanic is actually in that same range. It's in like, it can finish V-Healer within 6 to 8 minutes. In that range. But I don't run Black Mage on it because it's under-leveled for one. So it doesn't do full damage in P2 and P3, so it might take too long. For my liking at least. P1 is also a little bit kind of scuffed for mechanic. Just the burst profile is just not very good. Yeah, I'd say like at earliest around 130 mil combat power, when the run might be about 45 minutes long at most. But nowadays, I don't run any of my Black Mage runs if it takes longer than half an hour. If it takes longer than half an hour, I'm probably not running the boss. Hello, good morning. Alright, let me just link the playlist real quickly. Here you go, Victor, if you're still hanging around. This is the music playlist I'm using. Alright, let's do Blaze Wizard. I feel like my main concern usually is P1 though. P1 is usually when it goes wrong. When it usually goes wrong. It's just the way that half of these classes do their burst. The ones that need to skill sequence than an origin, I do find it a little bit awkward. I should just buy these as well. Been kind of cheap. Should also look for a chair buff. Why not? If there was one. Why am I channel 28? I probably was looking for burning. Oh, my goat worm's not here anymore. Okay, don't accidentally fame a 250 guy. You know, it's so funny. I was doing bosses on my other Blaze Wizard with JH, and he was like, give me chair buff. And I was like, okay. I sit on my chair, it's a 250 chair. And he was wondering, why is it a 250 chair? I'm like, well, I'm not 275 yet. What do you mean? Oh, is this one of you guys? Nah, he's just cheeky. Channel 1. Channel 1 Black Mage. How's Blaze Wizard? I like it. I like the way that it plays right now. Oh wait, I didn't grab a wealth pot. Okay. I like the rework that they've done to this class. Feels pretty good to play now. The burst is a lot more consistent. Burst is a lot more consistent, it's a lot easier to do. And you don't have to do anything weird for its like max damage anymore. Because what you had to do before, so you had to like swap between the mobbing mode and the bossing mode to get like a good chunk of your damage out with Phoenix Drive. Now they've changed it, so then it's way easier to do. And the damage profile for this class is pretty good actually. I don't know, just feels like a comfy class to play. You know, also the fact that it's a Hurricane class is always nice. Oh, alright, good. Hold that thought. But yeah, a good chunk of your damage is in this skill now, Savage Flame. And I don't know, for me the class just feels like it makes so much more sense now compared to what it was before. It felt so high effort to do kind of like whatever damage. Now, it feels pretty chill to play. And the damage does feel better than it was before. I don't know, it's just the fact that they changed the mini burst away from what it was before to what it is now. It's such a nice change. I think my biggest complaint about this class right now probably is the fact that Cataclysm has such a like long animation and such a long like backswing. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Sorry, I missed that notification. Smell a badge? Badge would be cool. Oh, there's still the one downside of playing Blaze Wizard though, that is, this class definitely is hard to play without a Genesis iframe. Without a Jenny iframe, this class is very tricky, I think. Because you're kind of a sitting duck while doing this key down. It's not that long of a key down, but yeah, it does feel kind of bad. I think that's just like a generic problem that classes with key downs will have. Oh, I don't know how I lived that. I think between Blaze Wizard and Cannon Master, I do slightly prefer, actually, Cannon Master. Not saying that Blaze Wizard is a bad class compared, like they're very different, but I think I do overall enjoy my Cannon Master just a bit more than my Blaze Wizard. But I do like where Blaze Wizard is at the moment, or at least where my one is. My Kanna 300 mil yet? My Kanna's almost 400 mil. After all the gains from Shining, it's 392. Is Makana my main? It is now. I only got back into playing Kanna after the rework. I had a Kanna at level 265 from back in the good old Kishin Kanna farming days. But after they revamped it, I had to give it a try, of course. And then I heard that it was really strong, so I invested a decent amount of money into it. And then on top of that, it got really lucky. Perfect storm, if you ask me. Also realized I don't have a blue pot on. Do I even have one in my inventory? I don't. Melvin gave him a back pet. That is true. That was part of the reason. I wasn't that inclined to play the Kanna that much after my temporary back pet died. But shout out to Melvin for the vac pet. That vac pet unironically quadrupled my combat power. I hit it on the left? Yeah. Just the gains on the left there was what I did. So I actually didn't really do that much. The gains I think were like pretty condensed. Nothing too crazy either. I went for a couple of 23s, which is probably the craziest part. But, yeah. I'm basically just spent the entire vet rouletting pitch on my Kanna. No, I was hoping I'd land. It took so long to kick, I got scared to do my burst sequence. Let's see how much damage my origin can do here. Yeah, if you want to do Black Mage as well on Blaze Wizard, you definitely need that that Jenny iframe. If you guys have played any classes that have any key downs, you know the pain. Just standard key down class issues, right? Ren has the same problem. At least that's the first one that comes to mind. Oh. That's a lot of lasers. I will say, it is nice that the class is now a Hurricane class. It feels pretty good to just stop my attacks whenever I need to, for whatever reason. Oh, very convenient platform. Get over here. What are you doing over there, Black Mage? I want him to go over here a bit. Come on. Need to wait for my Jenny iframe to come back up. Don't want to burst without Jenny iframe. What I need to do is actually, I need to lock my skills, because I'm ducking every once in a while, I don't want to accidentally use the wrong skills. Blaze Wizard has this thing where it has 2 forms for each of their attacks, and if you lock it, you can make sure that you're always using the right version. Because they do a different skill if you downcast it. So I'm being a little bit mindful that if I press down while using some of my skills, I might use the wrong version. think the most important one is definitely Savage Flame and Blazing Extinction. If you use those two in the wrong version, I think it is quite a bit of damage lost. I think. They do so much damage already. Imagine using the wrong version of it. Probably is not great. Okay. Oh! That platform's scary. Should have waited just a little bit longer to use Savage Flame. Oh, that is a really long bad pattern. Lasts as long as it did. It's not that bad compared to other classes. It's 5 seconds long. Compared to what it used to be. Oh my god, it used to be 10 seconds long. It was like your entire Jenny iframe was your key down. That was pretty bad. This is a lot more tolerable. Because I think that, like, even other classes' key downs, they're not that much, like, that much shorter. It's like 3.5 for some classes. I think some classes is like 3.5. Like Xenon's one is now 3.5. Oh. May have to do my origin burst again. Yeah, if you guys are still like kind of wanting to learn how to do Black Mage, don't be afraid to use these platforms that spawn at the top. They're very good. They're very, very handy for dodging a lot of mechanics. Especially when the rollings are happening and you don't want to blink. Oh, I hope that didn't hit me. Alright, and get a little bit of carryover onto the next phase. Tried soloing Black Mage, died P3. Oh yeah, that's pretty normal. P3 is a pretty tricky phase if you're not like super comfortable in it. I think it's because like it's just the rhythm of the boss. You always want to try to dodge the kick, but then there's a bunch of other crap that's happening at the same time. It's very easy to like forget to dodge the kick even though you know it's always going to happen. I always tell people that are like trying to learn how to do Black Mage, like the number one thing to avoid is the kick. Like if nothing else, that is the number one like killer of a run. It's the one that causes you to bleed the most amount of lives in the shortest amount of time. Like yeah, you can do all you want to dodge rollings and fallings and the lasers, but at the end of the day, they usually only take one life. And you can often chalk it up to bad luck even. But man, the kicks, you gotta make sure you don't get hit by those. Every time you clear P3, you clear? Yeah, pretty much. P4, if you have like at least 3 or 4 lives, it's not the scariest phase. Because at the end of the day, you can just stay away from him, sit on top of a fountain, and you should probably eventually clear. But P3, you can't really hide. I'm scared. My Jenny iframes running out. A lot of these things does kind of come down to practice anyway. And to some extent too, it's just like understanding how some of the patterns can be avoided. You'd be surprised how many things you can just jump over. Especially for the rollings in P2 and P3. I know a lot of people like to use their iframes and blink and stuff like that, but honestly you can just, if you're confident in it, you can just jump over it. Or if you're playing a mage, you can also just teleport through it. No need to do anything fancy, just jump over it. I just randomly remembered this thing back when I was progging Black Mage. This would have been sometime in like 2021. This was before you could use Blink. Or maybe it was right after Blink was introduced to float. Because originally Blink didn't do anything other than teleport you to a random spot. But then they added it as a function where you can hold Blink to float. And I remember a lot of the guys that would help me prog Black Mage, they would often tell me for like, to not always rely on Blink. Because sometimes you do just get bad patterns and then relying on Blink can often cause you to die. And I think after that, I started experimenting a lot more with my movement on burst. Not on burst, sorry, on avoiding the stuff. Yeah, you'd be surprised how effective just a simple flash jump can, or how much it can do. It's all about practice anyway. And not being scared of the boss. I think the only thing that you should realistically be scared of when it comes to Black Mage is the kick, like I said. The kick is a big killer of runs. Easy to run it down. You get bumped a couple of times and yeah, that's a few lives possibly lost. I would even go as far as to say, like, if you get kicked and you don't lose a life, you kind of got lucky. Like, it's that dangerous, I think. Whenever I do get kicked, because, you know, it happens. Every time that I do get kicked, it's basically a life loss every time. Getting kicked into a pellet, kicked into a laser, kicked, stunned into something else. So, yeah. If you go in with 12 lives in P3, you can treat it as like, if you get kicked 12 times, you're basically dead. I think that's like a pretty fair way of putting it. You really shouldn't be getting hit by that mechanic. Ideally. Like, I would rather get hit by literally anything else. Like, if I see a falling, rolling happening at the same time, I would much rather get hit by that and dying and losing a HP, rather than losing a curse death to kick, because oftentimes, after you get cursed death, it follows up with a bunch of other deaths. And you really don't want that. Alright, hopefully I'm out of here on this burst. Come on. Kill him before another one. Don't FMA again. Nice. Just before it. Alright. I think this one needs a continuous 4. I think I have a continuous 3. If But continuous fall will be good in preparation for the next kind of update. Ooh, weapon box. Actually, yeah, that might be the first box that I've gotten from Black Mage over the last couple of runs. It's been kind of scamming me. Where are my arcanes? Oh, I should probably... One thing that's interesting is that Black Mage consistently has given me 6 MVPs per run. I wonder if that's a set number. Oh, haven't sold the crystal yet. Let's see. Nice. Pretty good amount of money. 4 Black Mage runs. Made back about 20 bill. I have a few more that I need to run, but I might try that later. Let's take the money. And I'll take this as well. Okay. Alright, nice. That was a good amount of Meso recovery. Probably, I want to try my best to hold my money for next Shining. Hopefully it'll be in like the first couple of weeks of the new event. I don't know if I should expect it to be on like week 1 of Crown. Maybe week 2. Because they did say they were going to do it once every 2 weeks, but I wonder if it starts from yesterday. Or will it start like sometime in the middle of the event? Because the earliest that we might get is the 21st, right? And that's even then not guaranteed. Let's have a quick look. Sunny Sunday. Yeah, all the extra events ends on the 14th. So probably have to wait for the new cycle. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they'll give us a Shining on like week 1? Or do you guys reckon they'll stagger it a little bit? I'm kind of hoping that they do give it like week 2 or week 1. I hope it's no longer than that though. I guess it doesn't make sense for them to do it on week 1 because the new Challenger world would have dropped and not many people could do much with that limited amount of money. But if they do it every 2 weeks, does it really matter? I guess unless the player base has to wait 1 whole extra week or 2 whole extra weeks to be able to do star forcing. But for Challenger World, I don't really see that many people star forcing their gear. They have it every week in Korea? Did they? I have no idea. Pardon me. All right. Let's top off our points here. Got 1 random bright cube. Put it onto the KT. I'm hoping to get a hybrid on this or something. Eventually. Alright. That's good Meso recovery. Now I need to still keep up with my EXP. I really want to get to 285. That's so far away. Hello, JH. Good morning. Yo, what happened to all the burning? Somebody's just... What? Huh? That was like 4 channels with no burning. Crazy. $290 is a breeze? I don't know about it being like a breeze, but it'll definitely be easier than it is right now. Hyperion isn't dead. I mean, it depends on what you consider dead. Every day that like this sort of conversation comes up, it's less about the servers being dead and more like Kronos is just got so many people. Can't help but compare it against it. Compare any server against Kronos. The server's gonna look dead. Yeah, back to some grinding. I want to try to get some more XP on this Kanna. If I can get to 282, if I can get 282 quickly, I say quickly, maybe by Sunday, that'd be pretty good. Then I can do. I'm just trying to delay my X Lotus as much as possible right now, just so then I can have an easier time on it. Hyperion wouldn't be bad with Crossworld. I guess so, but at the same time, it's like that's not the only reason why people feel like it's dead. Because it does rely on like Party Finder in a way as well. Either that or you can... I don't imagine that many people who want to organize between Kronos and Hyperion, as it is. But maybe that will change if there was cross-world bossing. Didn't I already run? I mean more like after reset. I want to run like as late as possible after the reset. Just to make it less annoying. Unless I could... Actually no, I'm taking JH with me. So maybe we'll cut it down. I just don't want to do another 30-minute run. That's too much paying attention for me. Yo, yesterday I almost died out of 2 different X Lotus runs. I almost died out on my mechanic and my cannon master on X Lotus. Also, I don't know. I ate too much. I was just falling asleep in the middle of the boss. Hyperion ideal. That's what I think a lot of people assumed when they offered the Kronos to Hyperion World Leap. I think a lot of people did assume that was an indication of cross-world bossing. I think a lot more people would have swapped over if that was the case. Like, I think that would have been good for them to have announced it all at the same time. But now I'm not so sure. Would be crazy if Crown came with cross-world bossing and they were just holding off from announcing it. But I think it's probably safe to assume that's not in the works at the moment. That's my guess. Let everyone come back to Kronos. You know, I'm also kind of happy having burning here. Hyperion to Kronos jump. 10% burning. Wow, what a privilege. It would be interesting if they do announce another World Leap, but at the same time it's like they need to put an incentive for people. You can't have like the World Leap to Hyperion, like from Kronos to Hyperion, have an incentive and Kronos not have one, for example, right? But the last time they did a World Leap, the incentive was pretty insane. Like, for Hyperion, we got to experience like a week-long 1.5 times event or something like that. I highly doubt they'll do that for Kronos. There's just too many players. And Nexon hates doing stuff for the players. Yeah. I think that for the whole issue between the two servers, it's very easy to like feel that you're missing out on Hyperion just knowing how many people are on Kronos. So either they have to like make it feel better to play in Hyperion in a way, because it's kind of like, in a way, in Hyperion, it's kind of the fault of the players not really using the party finder. I'm sure there are plenty of people on Hyperion that need their bosses, but nobody's like actually starting the parties. And nobody's at the same time looking. I think if there was a collective effort for people to more actively use it whenever they need their bosses, I think it'd be okay. Because like seeing probably 0 bosses in a lot of the time, like people look at this and get discouraged, right? But I feel if throughout the day people are just more likely to put their parties on, I reckon they'll get filled up. I don't think that it's like necessarily Nexon's fault. Like at the end of the day, it's the people using the party finder that have to like make use out of it, right? But it feels like a case of, you know it's empty, so you don't use it, and because you know it's empty, you're not gonna look at it. But if it was a collective effort for everyone to sort of be more encouraged to use it, I think it'll be alright. There are more than enough people in the server to just randomly run Lou Will runs throughout the day. It's just nobody wants to do it. Do you know what actually would help a lot? Being able to make a party while farming. I think that genuinely would help a lot. I think this will help a lot in Kronos as well. It sounds like a quality of life thing. It kind of sucks that if you want to look for a party, you kind of have to be in town. You can't do anything when you're in a party because it just straight up griefs you. If you're in a party while farming in like not instanced maps like in the Arcane River for whatever reason, you split, you just lose money, right? The only thing that you can realistically do while in the party finder is like your Arcane River dailies. Wouldn't want to interrupt a WAP, but you don't have to be on a WAP though, I'm saying like if you are just looking for a boss party and you're happy to wait like a few minutes for it to fill up, it'll feel nicer just to be on a map like this. Just do a farming rotation with like nothing on while waiting for the party to fill. The fact that you're kind of locked into town while waiting, it probably doesn't help too. Because like this person here, he's looking for a H-Saren party, right? Like he can't do anything except sit there. Like the guy's he's just jailed himself in town, and it's not even his own fault, right? He just wants to look for a duo for his Saren. But he can't do anything while waiting. He's just sitting in town. Obviously, this is not like the only thing that we can do to help the bossing situation, but that probably doesn't help. It was influx, but now all the Verons sort of jump back to Kronos. It takes a minute. Yeah, at the end of the day, in a smaller server, you can't really expect like finding parties to be easy as it is in Kronos. Because Kronos, I wouldn't be surprised if in a single channel there's more people online than like the entirety of Hyperion at the same time. I would not be surprised, right? It's just the player difference is that big. But it's hard to say that like this server is necessarily dead. It's just that in a smaller server, of course, you're gonna have like these downsides. It would be nice though just to make the party finder just a little bit more like appealing to use for all these smaller servers, because I wouldn't be, yeah, again, I think other servers would have something similar where nobody's really using the party finder because it's empty, and because it's empty you also don't look. So it kind of like has that negative feedback loop. Whereas it's almost an expectation in Kronos, like if you open the party finder, you probably find what you need, and if you don't, you could start it and people will join you. Because there's just that many people looking at any given point. I don't know. It's a difficult situation, but it's hard to say that it's only because the server's small. It's also probably like a collective effort that we all kind of accept that the party finder is dead, and none of us really use it because we expect it to be dead. I think if people are willing to wait 5 minutes, I think that's not the worst amount of time that you can wait for a boss, right? Like, if you put it into your alliance, hey, I'm looking for a random Lu Will party, it's in the boss UI, I reckon you'll find 2 or 3 people who bite. And then if you have that in the party finder, as long as people look, I can imagine people finding random mules or random mains that need those bosses. And I don't think it will take that long to do, but it's just like, again, everyone's kind of just stuck standing around in town. And nobody really wants to wait that long in the first place, oftentimes. So you just end up just leaving the party and just doing something else, because you can't do anything. You're just stuck in like town, jumping around or talking to people. Hello, G-Bear. Time zone related? Yeah. Also, there's definitely issues with time zones, with the smaller community here in Hyperion as well. If you're not playing in any of the prime times, it can be pretty tricky. It's just not as packed, yeah, for sure. The game for Hyperion has definitely been shifted more into like guilds and alliances, which, you know, not necessarily the worst thing. I think that's like an okay thing to have, but it is pretty intimidating for a new player, I'd imagine. Yeah, JH, we can do Black Mage after this coupon. Do I still have a Seren run for this week? I think I might have one. I think my Corsair has it. Unless I've already run it, I'll check in a bit. What's the details on your PC? Want to play and stream the game at the same time? Well, if it makes you feel any better, my PC is like almost 10 years old and it's running Maple and streaming good enough. I definitely lose frames while I do my bosses, especially more on like certain characters than others. But if a PC that's 10 years old, I'd imagine most computers could probably run both. As long as it's not like, I don't know what it is for like laptops or anything like that. I don't know what specs in particular I'm using. I could probably find out. Let me see. How do I find what my graphics card is? My Corsair needs emblem? Nah, I got it last week, I think. I already have emblem on my Corsair. Is there a culture where Hyperion is all the solo Iron Man tryhards? No, not at all. You still get plenty of like new players in Hyperion that aren't there just because they're like trying to solo prog. I mean, Hyperion does kind of by itself make you play like it's solo, but I wouldn't necessarily say that the people playing solo are necessarily tryhards. It's just that it's not really an alternative for some people. Like, if you're not really open to being social, I don't think Hyperion makes you. It's not a Hyperion Chronos thing. Like, if you're not willing to party with other players in the first place, it doesn't matter which server you're in. MapleStory CPU streaming is GPU? Yeah. I'm just saying, like, for how old my computer is, I feel like if you bought anything or built anything that's like with moderately new technology, I think you'll be alright. But I'm saying this more from like a desktop thing. I'm sure there are laptops that have better specs than my computer, but like, I don't know anything about laptops. I don't even know anything about computers in general. Whenever things go wrong, I hope that a reboot will be enough to fix my problems. And if it doesn't, then I'm in danger. Messiah hit emblem? Nah, I did this on I was on a X7 run. So yeah, shout out to my guild for taking me along as the little emblem leech. Took like maybe 4 or 5 weeks on X7. So thankfully it wasn't too long. Appreciate them. It's impossible to find constant parties. It is impossible to find constant parties on the UI. That one is undeniable. Hey, whose man's this? Somebody in my alliance. Yeah. I think though, if you wanted to do parties more like in a static, I don't think the difference between Kronos and Hyperion will be that much. As long as you're in like a guild that has somewhat of an active alliance, I think that you'd be able to probably set together a static if you tried. The amount of effort that it takes to make these parties in the first place is not going to be any different between Kronos and Hyperion. Like, unless it's by sheer luck in both cases that you happen to have a bunch of people who are the same spec with the same like mindset to prog these bosses, I don't think it's easy to make statics in general. Like, even when I was in Kronos, right? Like, getting these these parties together, these statics, not easy. It really isn't. It's like a whole thing about like getting people's schedules, making sure everybody's on time, all the same, like all able to contribute to the boss. And that's just like the bare minimum, right? We're not even talking about how people interact with each other too. Like, that's a whole nother beast if people don't like each other. And then what if one person can't make it? Well, what happens? Do you stall the entire static? You know, it's just all these things. I don't think that's a server issue. That's just finding people issue. Yeah, the main benefit for Kronos over Hyperion in terms of bossing is like the pugging aspect of it is significantly easier, just because there's way more people, right? But that's to be expected. But in terms of like setting up statics, I don't think that it's that different. Talking trash about Hyperion, you drop months of progress to start from Kronos, suffer lag and kicks from the server. Yeah, it's not like Kronos doesn't have its own problems, that's for sure. It's just, you know, different things that people want. It's hard to give a new player a black and white answer when it comes to which server to play on. All I can really tell people when it comes to picking a server is that, generally speaking, I do think that joining in Kronos is probably a lot more beginner friendly. Just because the chances of you bumping into somebody and then asking questions and getting, you know, kind of the help that you need, it's a lot easier in a more populated server, right? So I think for a new player that is like kind of okay asking around and stuff like that, Kronos is probably a more friendly server. But if you're kind of like doing your own thing anyway, it just depends if you care about that aspect of finding random boss parties, because that is there is a big difference. Yeah, if you're happy where you are, that's all it is. I mean, I moved all my characters from Kronos to Hyperion, and I don't regret anything. Like, I get asked that a lot. It's like, why aren't you in Kronos? And then my answer every time is I moved out of Kronos into Hyperion. Just because, yeah. I actually like the more quiet side. I do feel a bit sad in the aspect of like, I can't like interact with some of my friends on Kronos. But I keep in touch with those that I used to hang out with. So it's a small handful of people anyway. And when it comes to bossing, well, I have the guys in my guild, right? And then we've made our own kind of statics. And I'm talking from the perspective, so my guild is really small. There's probably like 50 active players at most. And the alliance is our guild, so our alliance is also 50, the same 50 players. And even within this, there are plenty of statics that are going around, and there's plenty of people who are trying to make more parties within themselves as well. So it's not like it's impossible. In my small experience in like a very tight guild, even then it's possible for people to make their parties. So I can only imagine how much easier it'd be in a bigger active guild, in a bigger and more active alliance. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue with like the server that you're in. Can I make a party with you? Are we not running Black Mage together after? Doesn't that count? Decent amount of Blue House just doing stuff. It's really funny. The Blue House guild slash alliance is very goofy because we've split all the mains into the 3 different guilds. So that way, all 3 of the guilds get 15, 15, 15 G skills because we've just spread out enough people like that. Ironically, the main blue house guild is the one that struggles the most because nowadays people are playing a lot more on their mules, so their mains, there's less like active mains, I guess, in a way in the main guild. So flag is always a tricky situation. The culvert is fine a lot of the times, the flag race part not so much. But that's okay. I think the benefit of having 3 guilds with the star forcing room was the biggest draw for a lot of people, and also we're mostly in OCE as well, so all the people in that time zone that want to have access to guild halls and mule guilds that have star forcing room was a big benefit. Is the flag change coming in Crown? I hope so. That's the one where they make it so every time you finish it you get 1k, right? That'll be nice. You could use more C10 parties. Yeah, I think for C10 parties in particular might be a bit tricky because of the way that the game has kind of evolved. I don't think it'll be too hard to find the other parties. I think it might be easier to set up a Grandest party than it would be to set up a C10 party right now, because a lot of people, at least in the guild, they tend to trade C10. Making it specifically with mules might be a little bit harder, or like with weaker characters, not necessarily even mules. Like mains as well, if you need it on your main. It is hard. But I think that's because of the nature of our guild being small, if you're asking about our guild in particular. I think there's just less people progging that specific part of the content. Yeah, unfortunately when it comes to a smaller guild, it might be easier to like branch out a little bit. I don't think the blue house guilds are ideal for finding parties just because it's small. And there's a lot of like small friends groups as well. So even if you find like a party or like meet people, there's a good chance that they're already probably trading and stuff like that. Yeah. But I don't think that's unique to Big Blue House. Yeah. It's mostly OCE, yeah. The Blue House guilds are mostly OCE. I want to say like probably 75% are OCE. And then the last 25% all over the place. Like this guild also has a bunch of NA players as well, for those who like play it at their off-peak times. Like if you're a night shift worker, I'd imagine this OCE guild's pretty good for you if you come home or wake up early. Man, I remember when I used to jump around like that on my Ren. I don't know how I did that. Summons down and then jump around. Not anymore. I'm back to being a standstill player. I think they're actually a Ren. No, they are. They've got Ren on their name. Story checks out. That's literally what I did on my Ren, all the way to 280. Put some summons down and just jumped around the bottom. Not anymore though. Alright. We're back to 21 bill. I still have, I think, my Corsair and my Cannon Masters weeklies to finish, and I think my mechanics weeklies. So maybe after I finish this, let's do some mechanic bosses just to get them out of the way. That'll be another 5 bill or so. Prefer jumping, otherwise you fall asleep? Yeah, fair. To each their own for training. I mean, I didn't mind it that much either when I was jumping around. I think for me, it was more of a balance of, like, being tired of the training. Because I remember when I was training my jet, it was a lot of jumping around in a circle and attacking. So it was like, it felt like a lot of inputs, and I remember having, like, my wrist would start hurting after a bit. But for Ren, it wasn't too bad because all I was really doing was jumping around and just holding down the foot pedal. So it wasn't too bad. For my Kanna, I still am like... I'm not completely AFK, I do still press my buttons, but that's just me, like, just wanted to press things. But yeah, I'll finish up this coupon, run some bosses on the mechanic, see if we get any drops there. Speaking of drops, you guys get anything fun throughout the week? Maybe you guys Star Force some fun things? JH Forgotten? Oh yeah, true. I'll do those bosses. You're right. No, you're right. We are doing bosses, it's not the mechanic. I'm gonna take him Seren and we'll do some Black Mage. You're brushing your teeth. Oh, this guy actually just woke up. Also, have you guys like noticed a lower drop rate of these star spec boxes? I'm usually like, you know, I try not to take my own experiences with these like drops. But recently it has felt like it needed to take like more than an hour to get. Like an hour and a half even. I'm not crazy, right? It does feel slower. Because I remember before it would only take up to an hour to get. Now, this is my second coupon. I've only got 6. I'm not crazy, am I? And it's been like this for like the last week. Ever since they added the Hyperburn and Goddess Pass. Because yeah, I can... Look, if it took me 2 hours to cap one time, like, sure, you know, happens. But it's happened every single day since the maintenance. It's definitely taken... I think yesterday, I did like an hour of training. And then I only got like 3 of them. And bad luck aside, you know, I kind of just chalked it up to variance. But then it has happened a few times since then. But I remembered before that, it only took like about half an hour. Half an hour to an hour at most. Didn't know Eternals were so expensive. Started to 18, took 10 bill. You know what's crazy about that? I reckon that's cheap. If I only spent 10 bill to get to 18, I'd be pretty happy. That's the crazy part. Eternals are not cheap. I still remember the first time I tried to just get to 18, I think on my Battle Mage, it took like 20 bill. And I was just like, oh boy, if this is what it's like for a single item, you gotta do this multiple times, oh man, not cheap. New updates revert changes in the past. For this, yes. I want to say that this star spec box, like drop rate, it just keeps changing. After every maintenance, it goes up and down. It's just like, it's just random. Average to 18, off event is 10 bill. Yeah, but on event is just like 10% off that, so it's 9 bill. There's no, that sounds about right. So if anything, 10 bill is like average, right? And average is good in this game. Hitting average is good. The drop rate set to random whenever it restarts. It does kind of feel like that. Feels bad to safeguard? Nah, you gotta safeguard your Eternals. It takes too long to get. It feels bad to do it, but like... It's like you said, it takes so long to get. Might as well just safeguard it. 2 drop rates acceptable and rigged. To not safeguard it? Yeah. That's what I figured you meant. But you gotta safeguard it. It's too many hours. Alright, should I take which character? Cannon Master or Battle Mage? Which one's luckier, guys? Actually, I know which one's luckier. It's definitely my Cannon Master over my Battle Mage. Battle Mage is kind of tragic. Oh, that was you? My Battle Mage is not lucky in comparison. Let's see. Let's grab this. Do I have a wealth on me? I do. Okay. Try to BA. Yeah, you should be okay, right? I'm not doing XBM on this character anymore anyway. But I could also run with my Battle Mage, so then you can get like more damage. Like, if you're worried about damage, wouldn't it probably be better to be on my Battle Mage, right? It is like an extra, what, 10 FD or something. I mean, maybe it's not 10 FD, but it's something. I think you should be alright. Right? Oh, for Seren? Okay. I think for Seren I can take you on my Corsair. For BM you should be fine. 90 in one burst. Let's have a quick look. For Seren, you need to hit 2040. How much Sacred Force do you have? Are you doing full damage in P2? Pretty much. Stay in P1 for 2 bursts? Yeah, we can do that. And I need to do 2 cycles anyway for my Corsair. Unless you provide enough damage for me to do 1 cycle, which I kind of doubt. This ain't channel 22. What? It is channel 22. You mean channel 30? Sir, please leave your party. Okay. So Hector needs 300 to unlock? I'm not sure. Unlock is 125. $125 is it's pretty chill, just to unlock it at least. Okay, let me just double check. I have drop coupon. There you go. There's a chance this guy gets a badge. That'd be kind of nice. I'm sure he'll have plenty of time to blue dot, right? Can always just AFK in P4 for a bit. I just gotta be careful with my origin, I think. My origin might spike him back down to red. Oh. Ah, man. Actually, he has Origin Burst in P2. He should be okay. P3 rather. Oh, we could also just Origin P4 and we can just burst normally in P3. Oh, he just went flying. Oh. He told me to hold Jenny. It's too late. I think he'll be alright, actually. If he's still blue here. As long as I don't Origin. Yo, Pog. Oh, it ran out. No! I saw the iframe. And I lost 2 lives. I saw the iframe for like 5 seconds. Oh, that's so funny. I saw the Sacrosanctity iframe. And then it immediately disappeared when I started to tank everything. Scammed myself. That's too funny. Yeah, I think as long as I don't Origin in P2, in P4, he'll be alright. I might just attack. Just nice and slow. His fault for not giving me 5-second warning. I should have known better. It's all good. Oh. I love the confidence in this guy. He says, "Ascent if you have it." I don't got any assets. I don't have anything. Plan to roulette. Boom, first tap, 18 to 19. That, I feel that, man. That's just how it is sometimes with these things. I did the same thing with my pitch, where I was like, I'm gonna roulette my pitch. First tap, 18 to 19, boom. I'm like, okay, never mind, ain't rouletting anything. Nope, no roulette for me. No roulette. That's right, though. It is what it is. You just gotta hope that, like, you hit on the ones you want, and that's it. Just all cope. Alright, I think for this phase, I just need to not use my Origin. If I don't use Origin, we'll be fine. Twitch, please? What happened on Twitch? Am I no longer live or something? I can send. Okay. All right, guys. I have evidence that he said you can send. That means that if he goes red, it's not my fault. Let the record show that he said it's okay. See, he said it's fine. Wait. What happened to my game? Well. Something going wrong with my game? Guys, something's wrong with my game. I think it's done that weird lag thing. I'm gonna hands off the keyboard for now. Cause I'm in purgatory. Something's not right here. That damage is definitely... Memory leak? I don't know. I don't know. My game crashed. There it goes. I was wondering what was happening. Wonder what happened. Oh, I dropped frames for like 0.1 a second. Something must have happened to my internet in that small window. I wonder what happened there. Oh. Oh no, you cleared it? You're too strong? Alright, mate. It wasn't with the Jenny badge? Ah, that's alright. I mean, if it has or hasn't, that one character already had the clear. I already had the clear for it. Or rather, I already have the badge. Aw, man, I'm gonna do that all over again. I'm gonna get buffs again. So we find out he's still inside Black Mage. That's a little annoying. Oh, good. The biggest loss here is the fact that I had to use another green pot. Alright, he's party leader now. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's see if he gets a badge though. Good to know I don't need to worry too much about his damage. Seems alright. Man, 6-drop mastery is a hell of a drug, hey. Does a lot of damage. No, I'm not taking any damage. Is this a paladin thing or what's going on here? I don't know how Paladin support works, if they even have it. Oh, how convenient. Mid FMA. We can probably get out of here before burst. Hello. Commander tonight? Do we have another 2 people? I mean, that sounds kind of fun. I don't want to leave my house though. Alright, I'm trusting him. I'm not pressing Jenny iframe. I'm just attacking. You're working on it. Interesting. Alright guys, if I get kicked a single time, it's on him. Oh, he turned it on after. Yeah, I'm watching. As soon as the Jenny iframe runs out. Oh, there we go. Ah, perfect. That's crazy, but on a Monday night though? I'm down though. Oi! Oi! Oh my god. I'm so paranoid now of my internet disconnecting. Oh, I was not meant to get hit by that. Oh man. Oh. Alright, all good. This is a better pacing than the other one. Oh wait, I've been doing that burst without the debuff. Oh hell nah. Nice damage. I couldn't tell if I was in the right spot. Evidently I wasn't. I just copped that straight up. Nice. This is why I cannot be trusted playing on white aura. Cannot be trusted. What about you guys? Do you guys play on black aura or white aura? I feel like more players are like inclined to play on white aura. Now that Fountain's actually like pretty good. Ever since the introduction of decent fountain, I think like playing on white is a lot more viable. And I still like don't pay attention, and I still get bopped. Oh my god. You know what? It makes me feel better that I'm not the only one running it down. JH is also on 5 lives. I think we both entered on 12 and 9. And now we're at 7 and 5. I have somehow lost as many lives as he has. I think we're doing exactly the same thing. Just running it down. Because I guess it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't. Clear as a clear. He's on 4. 3! Alright, you're running it down a bit fast, guy. We got nothing. No box. Hey, look, Black Mage Mirror. I'll take that. All of that just for him to get nothing. Unlucky. Hello, Yuki. You guys came at a good time to watch me get nothing. Oh my god, I have 7 Black Mage Mirrors. What the heck? I've seen as many Black Mage Mirrors as I have. I haven't, like, thrown out or claimed many of these furniture. Isn't it crazy? I've seen, like, this Black Mage Mirror drop is, like, kind of high. Huh. Look at that. I've seen 2 wheelchairs on this character. And in the same amount of time, I've seen 7 Black Mage Mirrors. What the heck? But honestly, my biggest flex, right here. How many of you guys have a ceiling fan? Yeah. Actually, the furniture I haven't seen is the Seren one, maybe. I don't know if I own a Seren furniture. Yeah, look at that. Ceiling fan. JH literally tagged along to take 2 bill off of me. But it's okay. I forgive him because he took me X Lotus on a bonus character. It's okay. He's probably given me more. Dorothy furniture when I did actually, like, when I was running Oz, the furniture was dropping at the time, so we can actually see. It's under no, achievements. What's it called? I think if I just type in Dorothy, we should probably find it, right? Yeah, I've tried 53 times and I haven't seen the furniture. I think the drop rate's actually quite low. Another 6 MVPs? Yeah, it's consistently 6 MVPs. Yeah, 53 tries, no furniture. I think that the drop chance of the furniture is like probably 5%. It's either 5 or 2%. It's in that range. Oh, how's the stream, by the way? Apparently, it froze for a bit. Are we good? Alright. Alright, is that it? I could do some other bosses, or I could just chill. Maybe I just grind a little bit on my Kanna. It's a good break. Oh no, I need to do Seren. I'm dumb. What am I talking about? About to pop a coupon and troll JH again. JH forgotten. Not completely forgotten, only slightly forgotten. Alright, let's do some bosses. This, and can get a drop coupon. I have some sport wealth. Alright, cool. Let's go Seren. I think he's just grabbing all the buffs he can find. Debating on making a dupe class. The only thing about making a dupe class is that you can't have it in your Legion champs. That's the biggest downside. Like, nothing's stopping you from doing that, and if you make it strong, then if you like it, then great. But it does... you can't have two of the same one on your Legion champs. This is a 250 chair. What's my 275 chair? Did I never claim it? I don't have one. Is it this? No. Wait, am I blind? Eh? I don't see my 275 chair. He just left. He just went to go find a 275 chair. I don't know where my 275 chair is. Am I blind? It's cooked. You're maxed Erda? That's fine. He's gonna let him do his own thing over there. Because we don't know if he's gonna green in P2. I think he should be okay, but it's fine. Can I stand beside the boss? I have shadow partner thing. Okay. Oh, that's right. He's got like the divine echo thing over it. We might be able to one cycle it after he bursts. Yeah, I should put a fountain down for the two of us. Oh. There goes my door. Alright. I won't have buffs, but that's okay. Oh no, I blued, he said. I think he did the math wrong. That's okay, I don't do damage fast enough for him to red. I'm sure it'll be fine, right guys? Did you just send $2 for your message? What about Shens? Appreciate the $2 by the way. I'll have to check. I'll see what time I'll finish up dinner. I'll let you know in a bit. This guy sent me $2. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Would I recommend Corsair? I like Corsair. Corsair's a good class. Alright, you guys reckon that he's gonna end up blue dotting? I mean red dotting? Surely not, right? Alright, he's gonna give me an iframe for a bit. W. I'm paying attention. Iframe's closing. No, 20-second iframe's great. Oh! I'm dying. Yeah, I don't think I do damage fast enough to put him in red dot anyway, so I think he'll be fine. Oh, we might clear it before the next thing. Okay. You know what, just to make sure, I'll just let him... It's probably okay. I'll just... Alright, nice. Easy peasy. Wasn't even worried on damage. Swap to drop. You don't have a drop coupon. Sad. RT. Oh, at least he still got a ring box. Not the right ring, but at least he got something. Sad. No emblem. Alright. Alright. Good night, Careless. No MVPs? Yeah, it's fine. At least it was a pretty easy run. But yeah, my Corsair is like eating good. What's it on right now? 7 set? What am I missing? I'm missing just the belt right now. So I think with my next pity, I will get belt, which is in pretty soon actually. In 3 weeks. Because I haven't finished all of my week's bosses. So if I finish all of them today, I'll be at like 108. 109 if you count Black Mage. So I still need 3 more resets to do. Then I can get Dreamy Belt. That can be 9 set. Or 8 set rather. 9 set if I pop Heart. Best piece to craft first. Usually it's ET. Usually. Ooh. Legendary. You know, yesterday I got a guaranteed purple pouch on one of these and I misclicked. And I clicked on like glowing pouch or something like that. I was so sad. Because I was just going through all of them, right? Like going through all the I don't know what you would call these. Different gates, I guess. Different banners. And then as I was clicking through them, I was like, oh, purple pouch. And then I was gonna go back to it. Accidentally click something else. Oh no. Orange. Just check all of them anyway. Alright, I don't have a good feeling about this. Usually these pink gates, holy moly, 139? Is that even actually possible for me? +6. Oh, I don't think that's actually possible. Oh my god. I needed to roll the 4 into a 6. I should have done the math for it, but it's fine. Ah, man. But the chances of me rolling a 4 into a 6, 1 in 6 chance. I guess I get 3 rerolls. Maybe I should have tried doing the math for it. All good. Alright. I'll just finish things off by finishing up my dailies here. They're removing Blackheart? I think if they were going to remove Blackheart, I feel like they would have done it already. I think the equivalent patch for us in KMS already happened. Got upgraded to Legendary to give you Black Flames? I mean, Black Flames is good though. Not the most interesting thing, but out of a green pouch, I'm not gonna lie, it's so sad when you get bright cubes. Like literally anything else. At least Black Flames is like a resource that you can't get with Meso. You know what I mean? I think the worst one to get out of that green pouch is for sure the bright cubes. Not like the most fun reward, but at least it's something new. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll do this first. Meta abuser? What are you talking about? I made the Kanna before it was cool. You know which one goes up and down and not reset? It should be the black one. So the chaos one is just random numbers, but black one I think allows you to pick before and after. It'll say on the item anyway. It'll say on the item whether or not you can pick, in case you're worried. Roro EXP, yeah. I have a level 1 and a level 2 now. I got the level 1 just today. The level 2 I've had for a little bit. I've been trying to grind as much as possible on the Kanna with that on. So I've just been blending all of my fam cards. Just for that extra little bit EXP. It's helping. What did you get? Let's have a look. Yo! Did you just get this? W house. Level 4. God damn. Dude, I want a level 4 pretty bad. I will send all of my cards into the abyss to have 100% uptime on that raw. Not even joking. Every time it comes off cooldown, just full send. Like, how much EXP does this give you? It's like 200% or something, right? That's crazy. Alright. Yeah, 200%, 100% uptime. So good. So good. I wish I had that for haste. Alright, what are we on now? We're at 23 bill. You know, decent recovery. Decent recovery. I think then tomorrow I should have up to 30 bill, and then I have like another 4 Black Mage runs I can do. Maybe 3. That should give me a decent injection. Yeah. Anyway, I think though that'd probably be it for today's stream. Got a good amount done. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Damn, it's so windy outside as well. Alright. I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna do too much more grinding anyway. And yeah. I think that'll be it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, please do give the stream a like. Helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow at the usual time. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and yeah, good luck on drops if you haven't finished all your bosses.